So, last night against the Warriors, the Nuggets' second best player and point guard Jamal Murray went down, and today it was confirmed that he has a torn ACL, so he will be out for the rest of this season and likely the majority, if not all, of next season, which is just really unfortunate. Injuries are one of, if not the worst part of the NBA. You hate to see a player go down, especially a young player who is really thriving like Jamal Murray. On a personal level, you just hope he is okay and can come back from this stronger, and it doesn't take too big a toll on him mentally. And then on the basketball court, obviously it will affect him a little bit, but players have come back from ACLs before, and the problem is more if he gets more and more lower body injuries. But he's not a player that relies solely on his athleticism. He does have a couple nice dunks, but he's still a great shooter, a solid defender, and someone who had a telepathic connection with Nikola Jokic in terms of pick and rolls, handoffs, that type of thing, coming off a screen, just manipulating the defense. Was really thriving before he went down, and I think he'll be able to do that when he comes back healthy, which will probably be when he's 100% at the start of the 2022-23 season. Obviously, he could play a bit next season. And in terms of this season and next season, the Nuggets just have to cope without him and try and survive. So, at the point guard position, they have two capable backups in Facundo Campasso and Monte Morris. Both could definitely, do a solid job at point guard. In terms of replacing what Murray can give them, I mean, obviously they're not going to be as good. Murray this season was averaging 21 points, 5 assists, 4 boards, and a steal, 1.3 steals, as well as shooting 40% from 3, 41% from 3 on more than 6.5 attempts a game. He was a big part of the Nuggets offense, obviously playing off of Nikola Jokic. But Monte Morris, I think, can do a bit of what Murray can do offensively. He's averaging 10 points a game this season. He can give them some decent shooting and some decent playmaking. So that could really, help fill the gaps. And then Campazzo is just a solid player, though he is pretty short. He can give them some shooting and some playmaking too. So they can help fill in for Murray from that standpoint. I think when Jokic is on the floor, it won't be the end of the world, but my worry is the minutes where Jokic is off the floor and they really don't have much offensively. I think a lot of this will fall on Michael Porter Jr., who has been playing very, very well recently. He's developing into a star, and if there's one bright spot, it could make more room for him to get more shots. He gets a lot of his points in the flow of the offense, but now he could have more license to take over and handle the ball a bit more. Whether they stagger Jokic and Porter Jr. just to make sure they have one, capable offensive hub on the floor at all times, I'm not sure, because without Jokic and without Murray, it wasn't good for the Nuggets this season. As for Aaron Gordon, this brings him to more of a similar role he had in Orlando. Obviously, it was great, him playing his new role in Denver, but he's just going to have to do a bit more. I think he can definitely handle it. Like I said, I think their starters will be fine with Jokic on the floor, but the problem is it boosts everyone up one spot, in the pecking order, and, that can have some consequences. In terms of Will Barton, I feel like he was already the X factor of this team, and now he just has to do even more. Hopefully he doesn't go too off the rails. The Nuggets still have some good offensive talent, so I think they'll be able to survive, but obviously they won't be as good, and I don't think they're a real championship contender anymore. I think they could still win a playoff series. If they finish with one of the top 4 seeds, they face a team like the Blazers, I think they could still win that series, or the Lakers, if LeBron and AD is healthy, it's going to be tough to win that series with Murray. So that could be rough. If they face the Mavericks, I think they still have a chance because they still have Jokic. So I think they still have a chance against most teams in the West. But in terms of winning 2, 3, 4 playoff series, I think that dream is sort of done. And it might actually even be done for next season, depending on how quickly Murray recovers and what they do in terms of maybe making a trade to get another point guard, or signing someone in free agency or drafting a point guard. We just don't know, but there is certainly ways for them to address this externally in the offseason by getting in more talent. Maybe that encourages them to do that and to make a win now move, or maybe they sort of just relax a little bit and gear up for not next season but the season after that. So we'll have to see what the Nuggets do, but it definitely sucks. I mean, you never want to see a player get injured, so that part of it is rough, and it hurts Murray. It just hurts the whole league. So anyways, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to this channel for more NBA content, and I'll see you guys next time.